What's going on, people? It's your boy Nightface coming at you with some movie news in case you haven't heard. Yes, it's into the talks now that Marvel Studios is trying to get a hold of Hugh Jackman to reprise his role as Wolverine. The inevitable might actually happen, and I definitely want to touch base on this, talk about this, give you my opinion on this, because as you know, if you've been following my channel, I'm a huge Logan fan. The film Logan. Huge Wolverine fan, but more of a fan of the film Logan. I can't praise it enough. It's probably my top film of this year. I've ranked it in my top 50 superhero films of all time. Logan is just a masterpiece. So I definitely want to talk about how this makes me feel. And I definitely want your opinion on this. Definitely post in the comments down below. How do you feel about this? Uh, breaking news that this might actually happen, that we might see Wolverine in the Avengers. Not this one, not the Infinity War, but the part two of Infinity War. We might see Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. As they stated online, possibly side to side with Captain America, with Hulk. I mean, just the notion of that, yes, it's mind blowing. It's something we always wanted. We wanted X-Men to be part of the Marvel Universe. And it looks like that's happening. The merger deal with 21st Century Fox and Marvel Studios is in the final touches, pretty much. It's almost like a done deal. So his name is being brought up a lot by studio executives. They're really interested in having Hugh Jackman come back. And yes, in the past, Hugh Jackman has stated that the only way he would even consider coming back as Wolverine is through the MCU, through Marvel Studios, being in an Avengers movie. Maybe because he's a fan of it, and I don't blame him, but at the same time, it just bums me out because this is something I do not want to see happen. Unfortunately, I mean, as awesome as it would be to see the Wolverine we grew up and loved being portrayed by Hugh Jackman, who has portrayed him so great and effortlessly, like throughout the span of 17 years. As great as that would be, it just diminishes and ruins everything in Logan, pretty much. I'm telling you right now, if this happens, I will not helm Logan as the masterpiece as it is, because if, in case you guys haven't seen Logan, I don't know why you haven't seen the movie, but the way they ended Wolverine, yes, Wolverine's death, Hugh Jackman ended it in a high note. Patrick Stewart, Professor X, these characters, these iconic characters, being portrayed by the same actors over 17 years, and just to see it end this way was masterfully done. And it was so powerful, so moving, and just emotionally riveting that it ruins everything about this film. And this film is great. I mean, I put this film over The Dark Knight. That's how much I love this film. And if Hugh Jackman returns as Wolverine and seeing him in the Avengers, then his death is meaningless in a sense. It's like, people argue, oh, well, you can put it in a different timeline. Yeah, that's not the point. I don't care if it takes place before the timeline in Logan. It doesn't matter. It just, like, Hugh Jackman and the director James Mangold and Professor X, it's almost like they made a pact. They said, look, we want to make this Wolverine movie rated R. Not only that, but we just want to end these characters. We want them to go on a high note and deliver this beautiful, like, Western drama film that transcends itself from just being a comic book film. And that's what they executed brilliantly in Logan. And just to see that gone to waste, it's a damn shame. It really is. And some people think, oh, you're being over dramatic. You're just keeping an open mind. I am keeping an open mind. As to all of you, you guys should keep an open mind, especially the hardcore fans. I mean, is it really a disservice for Hugh Jackman not to want to reprise his role as Wolverine just to please the fans and be in Avengers. It goes much more deeper than that. As an actor, I mean, he has been playing this role for 17 years. Not anybody, not me, not anybody. So we can only know how that feels. And to see his character end on such a high note and done so well, so beautiful, like, you got to put that in perspective. And as an actor, not many actors get to do that with the characters they play, the characters they love. And James Mangold made that happen. Fox made that happen, which is kind of why I'm a little bit bummed out that 21st Century Fox, yeah, they're doing this, and it kind of worries me because are we gonna get properties like Deadpool or Logan or like the New Mutants, or are they just gonna be bogged down in PG-13 MCU style films? And nothing against the MCU. I love the Marvel Cinematic Universe for what it is. It's just these movies, especially Logan, like I said, just feels so different, so refreshing, and also made me love and cherish this film. This intriguing, realistic take on one of my favorite comic book characters. I'd rather take this somber, beautiful, humble end to this character than seeing a dream come true of him in the Avengers. That's just me personally, and I'm not against the idea of recasting. Why not? Why are people not open to the idea? I mean, you know, it's like if when Heath Ledger died as a Joker, everybody was like against the idea, like, no, nobody else can be the Joker, nobody else. I mean, Jared Leto tried, but you know what I'm saying. But that doesn't mean nobody else can try to put their own spin on it. We might get a younger actor to play Wolverine in the infamous yellow spandex costume, and he might pull off a different take on Wolverine that we actually really like. So why not? If this is what they're going for, let me show you. X-Men Gifted right here. If they're going for that, I don't see Hugh Jackman. I mean, I bet Hugh Jackman could pull it off. Okay, sure, but let that interpretation be somebody else. Like, let him pass down the torch. Doesn't have to be Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman really nailed it here, knocked it out of the park. It was just, oh my God, I can't stress it enough, guys. That's why I want to know, what do you think about this? Me personally, I don't like the idea. I don't want the legacy of Hugh Jackman's portrayal as Wolverine to be tarnished by having him just join the MCU to please fans and just, I was like, no, that's just I don't want to say it's a sellout, but it's just like, everything that Hugh Jackman as an actor and Patrick Stewart as an actor, respect to both of them, have talked about, including director James Mangold, their vision and how they wanted to handle and execute the end of these characters, these iconic characters. It's just gonna go out the window, if they go through with this and bring him back, And I don't want a cameo. It just no, it does not mesh well. It does not work for me. I'm not against the idea, like I said, of bringing in a new actor. They should definitely bring in a new actor, a young actor. They've already done that with the rest of the X-Men. Like we got in X-Men First Class, X-Men Apocalypse. Now we're gonna get X-Men Phoenix Saga, whatever. That's fine. But it'll just leave a bad taste in my mouth, honestly. I say, I'll make the bold statement and say, if you really are uh, Hugh Jackman and Wolverine fans of both the comic book character and the actor, then you will agree with me and fully realize the ramifications of what this might do to the masterpiece known as Logan. Seriously. Look, it's real simple. Just put these two together like this. Do you see this working? Do you see this Because this is what was left. This is what was left in our minds. This. Do you see these two merging together? And I'm not talking about X-Men Days of Future Past. I'm talking about these right here. Because this was the last Wolverine movies for us. I love this movie to death. I really do. It's so emotionally moving. Um, I think Wolverine's sacrifice in this movie is the most heroic thing I've ever seen. It really is. And it moves me to tears. I mean, as just he did it like everyone has their own interpretation, but he was just like down on his luck, world weary, cynical, had nothing to live for, lived way too long, and to see him just sacrifice his life, give his life for the daughter he never knew, it just felt so grounded and realistic, and it moves me to tears, guys. It really does. I don't care. I admit it. Every time I watch this movie, it tugs on my heartstrings. I cry. I cry in this movie. It's beautiful. It was just well acted, masterfully done, and I just can't fathom the idea of this movie, the legacy that this movie has left. Being tarnished, like being for nothing, being meaningless. For Hugh Jackman to reprise his role as Wolverine to kick ass next to the Avengers. This was done. If this was done or brought up before they made Logan, fine. I'm okay with that. I would be 100% on board. But this is what they gave us. This is what they delivered. They didn't have to do this. They took a big chance and it paid off because this is not your typical run of the mill comic book movie. No. This is a story of redemption. This is a story of sacrifice, of love, of just many things. Family, just it hit on every note perfectly. And Hugh, like he wanted before, he wanted this, should stick with it. Okay? Don't worry about pleasing your fans. Your fans will always be there for you. They will always have your back. Sure, they'll be disappointed, but they'll get over it. I don't think I'll ever get over this. If you jump from this, you jump ship from this to this, it's like, no, Mr. Jackman, please, don't do it. Do not, just don't do it. Because this movie means the world to me. It's my number one movie of 2017, my number one comic book film of all time. And that's how, me personally, that's how I feel. I love this movie to death. It's a masterpiece. I don't care what anybody says. It's a 10 out of 10 from beginning to end. You already know. You follow my channel. You know how much I adore, cherish, and love this film with a passion. Logan. It just... But yeah, guys. Post your comments. Let me know what you thought of... What do you think about this news? Possibility of Logan coming in with the Avengers. Infinity War Part 2. It might be a possibility. If it does happen... I'm not gonna BS. I will watch the Avengers Infinity War Part 2. I'm just saying I will not hold this film in high regard like I am now, It'll just completely change my point of view of this film. Really, it really would. And hopefully that doesn't get taken away from me, So yeah, guys, Logan, moving on from that to the MCU. It's a big deal. It's a huge deal, at least for me. I'm not being over dramatic or anything. I'm just giving you guys my raw, honest opinion. So please post your comments. Let me know what you think about this news, this breaking news. Do you want Hugh Jackman to reprise his role as Wolverine to be in the Avengers? Do you want somebody else to play the role? What do you think? Do you feel like I do about Logan? Do you hold it in such high standards that you don't want that film to be tarnished if he goes into the Avengers? Post your comments. Let me know. Thanks for watching as always. Give this video a like. If you enjoyed this discussion, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.